So news reports all over saying that the government plans to lease high-speed printing machines to clear the backlog of passports at Nyayo House. But just last week, they said and they declared Nyayo House is a crime scene. They said it's a hub of corruption. People are being exploited, extorted money. So the interventions that we were anticipating were somebody is going to be sacked, 2 people are going to be arrested, somebody, the Director General of the Immigration Department is going to be transferred. That's what we were looking forward to. We did not expect that this crisis of an artificial crisis is going to create an opportunity for a tenderpreneur somewhere. You see, this has been the blueprint of corrupt government officials, every successive regime. You remember the John Mishuki and his much hyped Matatu reforms. They were just creating opportunities for him and cartels aligned to the NAC regime at the day to import safety belts, to import speed governors, to all these reforms were just tailored to benefit some people. Even coming to the Jubilee regime, we had this Judy Wakungu who implemented the nylon ban. The problem has never been nylon papers. The problem has always been waste disposal. The county governments, the irredeemably corrupt governors, are unable to dispose waste in their respective jurisdictions. And then now litter is scattered all over, and then now they create a law. And then what did that law create? Opportunity for people, because supermarkets were giving nylon papers for free. Now it created an opportunity for people to, with the new specifications, now they are able to import, they are able to manufacture. These are cartels who are linked to the government. This greed has been behind the collapse of the economy, because you look at now industries which had sustained household homes. They changed the laws. They went to parliament. They bribed the MPs there. The MPs historically have just been doing disservice to our interests. They've been sabotaging our economy at the behest of special forces, dark forces. So, like, look at the textile industry. They passed laws producing local textiles industry so that they can create the opportunity for For mtumba. You see, the sugar industry, people like Ivan Skidero, the former Nairobi governor, he collapsed Mumia's sugar. The MPs, I have been seeing a photo which has been trending of this guy who was abducted, Jaswint Rai. And you can see he was with Uhuru, and you can see there he's surrounded by all the MPs of the region. There is that guy who used to play volleyball. There is who. They have been part and parcel of killing their sugar industry. So they kill domestic sugar production so as to give or to create opportunity for cartels. You understand? So this greed becomes more because the opportunities are becoming lesser and lesser. Now they are going for even places like passports, and then they hide behind digitization. They hide behind grand projects. I've seen the deputy speaker is now promoting something about mobile cameras for policemen. This is a tender which is being, and the thing is, they have to first of all test the waters. They have to dip the stick in the water to see how the public reaction, because they need to I told you these are Western puppets, but they need to convince the puppets, the puppet masters. They need to convince Meg Whitman that we are doing the work of the Lord. So they have to create a need. And the need has to be created by a lot of media furore. That's why they onboarded Mutahingunyi back into the propaganda machinery of the Kenya Kusha. They discarded the young people who helped them get into office, and then now they've gotten an accomplished warmonger who knows the language, because Mutahingunyi has also consulted for those foreign agencies and diplomatic missions. Now because they need to convince the Muzungus. It's the Muzungu they are playing for at the Muzungu, because they've realized that Muzungus are very naive. They are highly excitable. Like now, you remember when Hillary Clinton came to Kenya, she's naive like Meg Whitman. She saw a board in University of Nairobi. This is a corruption-free zone. Those boards are all over. But those places which have that board, that signpost, end up being the most corrupt places in the country. So they've realized, oh, this chick is she's carried away by such rhetoric. Let's feed it to her. So now, of course, now last week going to Nyayo house and declaring it a crime scene was the first sign that now we are creating an opportunity for a new cartel. Now Meg Whitman will be on board, and now they will, I told you in Kenya, because we are not a dictatorship, a lot of money is going into the media, into propaganda, into narratives, because they know they have to manufacture consent. Now the consent comes through from the media, from the corrupt clergy. You guys have been tithing to feed the same people who are collecting money from the government. You understand? So the Nyayo house, they will now. There's nothing about backlog. They knew what was happening. They knew it was a corrupt. It was a house full of corruption. Let me tell you, before even all this digitization came, we would go to Nyayo house and get the passport on the same day, because all these e-citizen and the systems are down. We were promised that with digitization will come efficiency, will come speed, but it has been the opposite. Ever since we started digitizing, ever since we got e-citizen, corruption just became expensive. So never believe government narratives that digitization automatically means efficiency. It happens in other countries, but not in Kenya. In Kenya, digitization comes with more bureaucracy. It comes with more time wasting. It comes with more manipulation. They manipulate the system. You saw these guys are ready to squander and to sabotage the economy. Because we were talking about sugar being killed for importers. Now they killed the power grid because they want to create opportunity for some independent power producers, because these guys are not creative. The Kenyan elites, why are you so stupid? Do you know there is more opportunity, there is more money to be made when you make the environment conducive? Why must you be so stupid? Because now we are approaching Moi era lunacy, where that you can precipitate, you can induce a national blackout, because some people want to supply generators here, some people want to be the independent power producers who are supplying the national grid here. Did you see the response from Lake Turkana Wind Farm? They said, as we provide 14% of the power grid, our automatic system triggered and shut down when there was some problem with the grid. So they said that the grid was being tampered with. They withdrew their power, and the guys who are managing the grid are the ones who are like, these guys can go offline for 20 hours. Because that's the grid. The grid, they become more daring by the day, because they have already killed your agricultural sector, they have killed your manufacturing sector, they have killed all, and so they go step by step, because they are like they are like these parasites. They eat step by step until the whole economy is on its deathbed. So what we are seeing, and then every day you are having this regime, they are talking and promising, they are overlapping, and then now that guy who was arrested, Rai, the president was saying that huyo ni nani, those sugar cartels. But then there is a photo which is circulating now on WhatsApp group saying that President Ruto had attended a wedding, an Indian wedding of one of those people. So what is happening? Is he being persecuted because they want to replace old corruption cartels with new ones? Who is the new billionaire they are propping up? Are they doing it to build and to resuscitate the sugar industry in Western Kenya? We can see where this is going. These guys want to turn Kenya into an import economy, so that we have a few people up there, and as opposed to many farmers gaining. And ideally, we should be boosting local production capacity and exporting, so as to strengthen our shilling. That's simple. You don't need to be David D, bootleg Professor Native, Professor David D, to know this is basic economics. But now we want to turn ourselves into our an import-based economy, and that's why our shilling is weakening by the day. This Kenya Kusha shit show will show us things, man.